Welcome back, everybody. Our story today is The Case of the Teacup, an Encyclopedia Brown mystery by Donald J. Sobol. Encyclopedia helped his father solve mysteries year-round. During the summer, he helped the children of the neighborhood as well. When school let out, he opened his very own detective agency in the family garage. Every morning, he hung out his sign, Brown Detective Agency, 13 Rover Avenue, Leroy Brown President, no case too small, 25 cents per day plus expenses. The first customer Monday morning was Becky Regan. Becky was only 9, but already she was collecting chinaware for her future house. "What does etiquette mean?" she asked. "Simply put, it means having good manners," Encyclopedia answered. "I'd rather have my cup," Becky said. Bugs Meany took it." "Uh-oh," Encyclopedia murmured. Bugs. Bugs Meany was the leader of a gang of tough older boys. They called themselves the Tigers. They should have called themselves the Steel Clocks. They were always giving some little kid a hard time. "Are you sure it was Bugs?" Encyclopedia asked. "Of course I am," Becky said. "How could I be mistaken? Bugs looks so much like himself." Encyclopedia needed a second to shake that one off. Becky said, "I just bought the cup at the flea market. Bugs stopped me on my way home and faked me out." She explained at first Bugs had laughed and said he'd get her a violin to go with the cup. When Becky told him the cup might be valuable, he stopped laughing. "Bugs talked me into trading the cup for his crash course in etiquette," Becky said. "He claimed that in a week I'd know how to use 43 different pieces of silverware." "When did Bugs learn to count to 43? Encyclopedia said. "Besides, he wouldn't know a fish fork from a lobster dancing." Becky nodded ruefully. "I've been thinking the same thing." She laid a quarter on the gas can beside Encyclopedia. "I want to hire you. Get my cup." "The first step," Encyclopedia said, "is to go and see Bugs." "You go," Becky said. "Bugs might get mad and use me for a door knocker." "That's too much exercise for a small person like me." It took some doing, but Encyclopedia got Becky to go along. She had to identify the cup. The Tigers Clubhouse was an unused tool shed behind Mr. Sweeney's auto body shop. Bugs was alone. On an orange crate next to him was a white cup. There it is," Becky said. Bugs growled. "Make like the Wright brothers and take off." "Maybe we should let sleeping Bugs lie," Becky whispered nervously. "I only paid 20 cents for the cup." "Stay close," Encyclopedia whispered back. "I've dealt with Bugs before." To the Tigers' leader, he said, "I heard about your course in etiquette." Bugs sighed. "How rumors do get around. So many people have inquired about the course that I'm thinking of starting one. With us Tigers as teachers, the return of good manners to America would no longer be in doubt." He picked up the white cup by the handle and daintily curled his little finger. "I'd teach you how to take tea with the president," he said, glancing at Becky. "You'd be in demand everywhere." "Spare me the society news," Becky retorted, moving quickly behind Encyclopedia. "You fooled me with your phony course in etiquette. Hand over my cup." "What cup?" Bugs said. "The one you're holding," Becky cried. Bugs's nose went up as if seeking fresh air. "I'm afraid you're quite mistaken, miss. This is my cup." "You're lying," Becky screamed. Bugs looked pained. "My dear young lady, you are clearly in need of instruction. Never say, 'You're lying.' Practice etiquette. Be polite." Before Becky could say anything at all, Encyclopedia stepped in. "Where did you get the cup, Bugs?" he said. "From Fu-Chi," Bugs replied. "Who is he?" Becky snapped. "Fu-Chi owned the Chinese restaurant on Fullerton Avenue," Bugs answered. "The restaurant closed down last year," Encyclopedia said. "It's now a donut shop." "True," Bugs said sadly. "This was Fu-Chi's own teacup. He gave it to me when I ate at his restaurant the day before it closed. I was the only customer ever to finish his shrimp and lobster sauce without taking some home in a doggy bag. He said he'd never forget me." "Encyclopedia, question Fu-Chi," Becky urged. You better have the plane fare, Bugs warned. He moved to Utah. Becky kicked the ground. With Fuchi gone, I can't prove I'm telling the truth, she whispered to Encyclopedia. Darn it, Bugs outsmarted us. Bugs outsmarted himself, Encyclopedia corrected. Fuchi didn't give him the cup. How did Encyclopedia know? We have to turn to page 75 to find out. Let's do it. The solution, oops, that's not it. The solution to the case of the teacup. Bugs claimed the teacup belonged to Fuchi himself. He felt safe in telling the lie. He knew Encyclopedia could not check his story. The restaurant was no more, and Fuchi had moved to Utah. It was his word, Bugs thought, against Becky's. But Encyclopedia spotted something that Bugs had overlooked. The handle on the white cup. Bugs had picked up the white cup by the handle, remember? Chinese teacups do not have handles. Caught in his own lie, Bugs returned the cup to Becky. Wow, all right. I hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for listening. See you next time.